The content provided in this presentation is for entertainment and informational purposes only, and does not constitute trading or investment advice, recommendation, or endorsement. Financial market trading carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You could lose more than your initial investment. Always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any trading or investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your trading actions and their outcomes.
And a very good morning and welcome back to the Sigma FX live stream. It's good to have you all on here today. We have been in a trade this morning already, so it's looking good. I'm hearing my own voice in my ear now, so I need to turn that off. That's better. There we go. So I've been in a trade this morning, didn't go too well, got in a little bit early, went against us, didn't review it, played it out live on stream, took our stop, and we've got a $215 loss, I believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, $215 down after commissions, etc. So we'll have another look at it. That was on pound dollar. I'll bring it up in a second. We'll just firstly have a quick look at the news, see what's happening on today. So we can have a look and see that we are on Thursday, the 18th of June, 2026. Ahead of us today on the pound, again, be careful, trading the pound. We are back in a pound trade, just looking at the screen here. However, we want to be in and out this morning. Just likely it'll perhaps just stay in the range it's formed during pre-London this morning. It's going into Juneteenth holiday tomorrow as well, so just be cautious of the holiday approaching. So it's a market holiday in the US tomorrow. So midday official bank rate, midday London time official bank rate on the pound, midday MPC Monetary Policy Committee meeting minutes on the pound, and in 1:30 PM London time initial jobless claims on the dollar. US news. Be wary this morning. What has the Trumpinator been up to this morning or overnight? Got too many VPNs and things on this computer, so it's not liking my it's not liking me on a lot of sites. Yesterday, I don't know what happened. I just wasn't getting a great. It was dropping in and out of my connection all day. I was doing stuff on CTrader. Don't know if that seemed to upset the apple cart as soon as I turned that on. But anyway, the statue Valor, one of the Arts of War statues, is almost completely regilded by our great Department of the Interior. Well done. He likes his gold statues, doesn't he? The ballroom is coming along fantastically. He's up already, is he? Jeez, right, okay. Donald Trump is up and about. God knows where he is. I don't know if he's still in France or back in the States. There we go. Everything's just got to be a jibe at someone else, hasn't it? A boast and then a criticism of someone else. Oh well. What a way to live. State Representative Dom Chapman is doing a terrific job representing wonderful people of South Carolina. So internal politics coming in, midterms. Oh, he was up actually when I did the first stream, 7 AM. That was only 3 hours ago. He's, oh my goodness. Well, you've got to admire his work ethic. He's always up tweeting something. Okay, nothing about the Iran war. I believe that the Iranians released the text of the agreement detailing the terms of the United States surrender, and I believe the Americans have quietly released it through a spokesman. Obviously, the main people in the administration are kind of distancing themselves from the concessions that have led them back to further back than when they started. So at least there's peace. At least we might get some stability in the markets if things go ahead as they're planned to go ahead, and everyone can just get on with living their best lives, whether you're Iranian or American. Okay, or Israeli. First squawk, what are we saying here? Norge Bank says likely necessary to raise rates further. Okay, let's have a look. This not we've had the stuff about the NATO just becoming more focused on the military. IEA Chief Birol, the vase is broken. Now all actors know that the Strait of Hormuz was closed once and it can shut again. Well, that's the leverage point that the Iranians now have to protect themselves against further attacks and destruction of their sovereign nation. It's up to the Iranian people, I suppose. If they want change, they need to deliver it. Israel has no intention of backing down on its positions. There we go. So already just the predicted sabotage of the ceasefire negotiations is already coming in from Israel. Israel holding stubborn negotiations with US over its presence in southern Lebanon. I mean, they've got their buffer zone already. Maybe they just want to draw some lines as they stand and everyone resets, but that's hard on the people of southern Lebanon. Let's not forget the ordinary people in all of this nonsense. Head of Iran's largest petrochemical group says 89% of petrochemical units knocked offline during war have been returned to production. So hopefully we'll see some stability. The gas price or the oil price is already coming down. US gas prices, petrol prices in the United States coming down below $4 for the first time since March. As I say, in the UK we are slightly insulated against price movements, albeit we feel it because it's a highly taxed in this country. Actual changes in the raw material price are not quite significant. Britain's FTSE down 0.5% 1 hour ago. That could be what's driving our pound dollar to move this morning as well. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll have a look through all the different assets this morning, different pairs, see what's worth trading. Anything else? Nothing significant that I can see. Okay, so that's good. That is good. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Anyone in the chat this morning? We have Oradex, Alex. Good morning, and welcome to the stream this morning. Good to see you on here, guys. Do remember to like and subscribe and follow for notifications. I'm Scott Callaghan, Sigma FX Trading. Good to have you here this morning. We'll go on to continue to look at the markets. I'll just get the charts loaded up as we speak. Let's have a look at that. Okay, I'm back and I'm here. Okay, so let's have a look at Aussie dollar first of all. See what's doing on the hour. Hour certainly heading up after the colossal drop with FOMC last night. You can see well, we did have the fib on there. Let's put that back on. I was just automatically getting rid of that. So put the fib back on the down move yesterday. You can see we've already achieved a 50% retrace on that, and it's just hovering in that zone there of the central pivot on the hour. Looks like it's kind of ranging. Remember, it's the Juneteenth holiday tomorrow, United States holiday, so we might just see a little bit of ranging today as people get in holiday mode in the States and the traders all take the weekend off, the long weekend. So certainly it's shown us up, but it's in the middle in the RSI, indicating the strength is kind of neutral-ish, not chosen a direction. It's kind of mixed. I would say it's ranging, so when it's ranging on the hour, we can look to the lower time frames to see if we can maybe bounce the price. Looking at the 5 and the 15 to just bounce. There we go. We're starting to see the bouncing here in the 15. The 5 will probably show it more. Yeah, we're up, we're down. We're just going from the top of the volley to the bottom, to the middle line, back to the bottom, back through to the top, back to the bottom, back to the middle. So you can see what resistance the Bollinger Band provides us there. It gives us an indication of when the price is going to reverse back and forward. We can see here the RSI is also showing us the crosses at these bounces as well. Got that was a nice one up there this morning, just an hour or so ago. Bounced again, it's back down, and it's actually just consolidating even more, so we're getting even less of a bounce, but it's not quite come back to the bottom yet, so we're probably looking for is that on the turn there? Yeah, it still looks like it's heading down, doesn't it, in the 5, so we'll see what it does, but so certainly consolidation in the hour. Half hours just meandering along the middle here on the MACD and the RSI. So not much movement at all. Not really a trade in there, I wouldn't say. Yeah, there's no trending direction chosen, so our bias is kind of neutral in that. But if you did want to trade it, you could even go as far as the minute and just take your 5 or 6 pips as it heads back up or down. So I think, to be honest, it looks like there's more attraction into the downside here, but at the moment you can see just that messy price action on the strength. It's not really able to make its mind up with any degree of certainty. Okay, let's have a look at euro dollar. Okay, so euro dollar, much the same, colossal drop, back up. Did we get our 50%? Doesn't look like it, so that could still be to come. Same with the pound. Okay, where is the 50? The 50 has not been reached yet. The 50 is in at what was a 23 on the initial move down, I think. Let's have a look. Get the other fib off the chart, so it's not interrupting our our view. Too many fibs, spoil the broth. Right, now we just deleted the wrong one, of course. Right, let's get fib back on there. So we'll take the fib from this move down on FOMC last night down to here. It's retraced, it's holding at 38, back down to the 23. Will it bounce off that and head back to the 50? That's what we'd be expecting it to do if it does what it's designed to do. Turn that the right way around. And will it head to the 127, which is right on support 1? Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? That looks good. Is it support 1 on the hour as well? It'll be close to it. Yeah, so support 1's a nice target to the downside if we're to continue this push from the dollar strength last night on the FOMC and Fed chair comments. But has it retraced enough yet? It probably still wants to go to the 50, but it's not showing any much sign of going there yet. It's certainly turned to the upside in the hour from this move up. It's wanting to go up, but that's starting to flatten off there on the MACD faster line. But we're still showing to the downside on the RSI on the hour. So we're kind of down, we're kind of turning, neutral perhaps. It does look like it's holding at the 23 on here. So I would say if it's breaking that 23 any lower, chances are we're heading for the 127 and support 1 to the downside. Certainly holding below the central pivot as well. So I'm getting more bearish vibes from the price action than the price movement on the hour. What's the 30-minute telling us? Just to move down. 30 minutes telling us much the same. It's already crossed to the downside on the MACD and it's certainly down on the RSI. So it's going to lead the hour in its movement. So the 30-minute is already showing as a turn to the downside. We do have a heavily sausaging Bollinger and convergence of the upper and lower bands, which is showing us it's not got much force or momentum in it at all, but certainly showing us down. The hourly showing us it's wanting to turn down, and it is down. It is down. 15-minute. Well, it's down but oversold, so is it likely to get that enough move to get down there today? Possibly. It's showing down, and it's down, and the bolly's kind of flaring. It's flattening off a little bit on the top, so there's not much power to the move, but it still has got that power behind it for this drop here. So I would say it's looking to the downside as well. It's broken this low here. That was the low that my stop was under on the pound dollar chart. So that was what took me out this morning. I mean, that was a meander up there, wasn't it? So let's have a look and see. Alex is asking, do you think you will take a trade with it looking down? Yeah, it's certainly looking good. I'm a little bit cautious with the holiday coming up tomorrow as to whether to put much in the market today. It was a little positions on the pound dollar this morning before the loss. I am, as I say, back in long, but it's with the euro looking down like that, I'm beginning to reconsider whether or not it's good to be in at the moment. It's kind of range. It's telling me it wants to range, so it's not got much power, so we could just see a tight range for the rest of the morning. And we do have that pound news ahead of us at midday as well. So has it got enough legs to take a trade down. The hour's not confirmed yet. The 30-minute is just turned to the down, so it's not really confirmation, so maybe just another 11 minutes until the turn of the hour when we'll get the confirmation as to a confirmed cross of these MACD lines here. They're together certainly, but we'll just need to see. Again, it does have quite far to go to this low here, so there's nothing really stopping it from, there's no levels stopping it. There's the daily low, and here today's daily low after, which is must be in this candle here. So that's the low of the day. The low of the day was at the start of the day as well. So it's just went up since the beginning of the rollover last night. So the low's in the way. So will it break that low, which is at the bottom of the volley here on the 30? That's the next resistance point, I suppose, is the low, as it's a significant level to break through and start to move into here. But it is early days. It's only 9 o'clock, so generally I like to see what it does in the first hour, and then that gives you an idea where it's going for the rest of the session. So early days. We'll see at 10 o'clock. But we'll have another look at the 30-minute at past and see if it confirms down. So we decided we're definitely down in the 15-minute, which is giving us a good trade there. Do we have any targets? Looking at the 5-minute, if we're to the downside, 5 minutes to the downside as well. It has been oversold a couple of points here. It's going into oversold just now, so potentially not much room for it to run. If it wants to run into that daily low there, or today's daily low, you could get a spike through to here, but that's as far as it looks like it wants to go in this move, you know, because the price action is so tight. So I would rather just wait and see if it does that, and then see what reaction we get at the daily low to see if it decides it's going higher from here, because there's much more attractive. This 50 is attractive, and this gap or this imbalance here is attractive as well. But the price action is obviously telling us down from FOMC, so that's attraction as well at the 127. But that might not be today, especially prior to the holiday, or it might be a last minute dodge as people get out of their positions for the long weekend. Certainly showing us down as well, so we've got the 30-minute down, we're just about to confirm. The H1's turning down, the 15's definitely down, the 5 minutes down, but without much conviction, because it's the volley's just kind of following along. The bands are not doing anything of great interest. Our 200 moving average, it's under it on the 5 minute, it's certainly under it in the 15 minute, definitely under it in the 30 minute, way under it on the hour. So we're certainly holding under the 200 moving average as well, so we're bearish on that as well. When did it cross? Did it cross after FOMC? Yeah, because it was just meandering along and then it just battered through it. So we went from bullish momentum into a bearish turn after the news yesterday. So yeah, we're looking more bearish. So question is, am I taking it? Also, have you ever traded through a major movement price action, like once you were in it, went up or down by a lot in a very short period? Not through intention. Not through intention. Often it's good to wait on that first 15 minutes and then either jump on the bandwagon and leave it a good to take the retrace, you've really got to wait on it confirming it's turning back, like we're kind of waiting on the, we're still waiting sort of 12 hours later on it turning back to get the retrace back to the 50 this morning. Though it has retraced, you did get some confirmation of the retrace. I don't like to trade news events, but there is a method to it. You know, you just give it that breathing space. Don't just jump on when it moves for the first minute, because often it spikes the wrong direction first. You get volatility in both directions, and it's not necessarily going to be the first obvious move and being in the direction of the actual move. So give it a little bit of breathing space, give it 5 minutes and see what it does, and then decide if you're getting on the bandwagon, and then at least 15 minutes to an hour before you decide it's went too far and needs to pull back as the mean reversion kicks in. So I would say more often than not, if I'm stuck in a trade and I haven't closed it and I decide I'm just going to ride it out, it's never a good strategy, especially when you cannot predict how far it's going to go, how fast, and and in what direction initially, because it can move a day's move in the wrong direction before it goes 2 days moves in the direction it really wants to go. So it can catch you out. You know, you can't. You're risking too much potentially to stay in a trade like that. However, you can join it afterwards after you give it that little bit of breathing room first. And more often than not, Murphy's Law dictates that if you are in the trade, it's if you do win a trade like that, then it gives you a false sense of being a fantastic trader when it's just potluck and gambling potentially, unless you've got some inside info on what the markets are going to do. And more often than not, it goes against you and crashes or blows your account. Wanted to catch your other streams, but they were too early. Yeah, it's a bit early for me as well. I'm only... Oh, you're going to the Royal Highland Show to work? Is that this? It will be Highland Show weekend. This weekend? Is it this weekend? Yeah. It's normally like the last or the second last week. Yeah, the last weekend in June or the second last weekend in June. So, yeah, very good. It's always good to get to the Highland Show at Ingliston in Edinburgh. I still watch some video on demands, so VODs. So, yeah, good. Looking to change it up. I'm looking to do some pre-recorded content over the course. I'm going to pre-record it over the course of a few months, and then drip feed it out based on, you know, some of the, just as I was saying, getting caught in silly news trades and them going the wrong way or them going the right way, and how you deal with it, and obviously some of my own trading as I do strive to become more profitable and more consistent and more disciplined and more patient and less impulsive and less greedy and less fearful and more methodical and prioritizing process over profit and all the rest of it. I'm going to try and document some of the pitfalls that everyone and the majority of traders find themselves in. You know, we can all believe that every trader is going to live in Dubai, have a Lamborghini and have the freedom, but in reality most people are slaves to the charts, making silly decisions, refusing to admit they're wrong. If they put their own money in, quickly losing their money and blowing their prop firm accounts because they don't have the respect for what the real size is. Prop is a scam in so much as, I'll qualify that, in so much as even this $100,000 account that I'm trading sounds great, but in reality, if it's only allowed to have 2.5% drawdown in a day. It's only really 2,500 that I'm trading on, or able to trade on. If it's got 5% drawdown allowed, in total it's only $5,000 that's allowed. So, you know, is anyone proud of their $2,500 prop account that cost them $500? The math still adds up, but the problem is people don't respect that $5,000 as being $5,000 or $2,500. They think it's only $500 for $100,000, which is not the case. So it's a little bit of a mislabeling that then really affects people's mindsets not to respect the money they've paid out for the money they're trading. And if they're not respecting that, then they're not respecting their trade size, which leads to disaster. So it's something that everyone goes through. So that is the majority, where the majority find themselves. So that should really be what the majority are looking to address. So that's the kind of direction I'm going in. Not just, you know, to share in general the pitfalls of trading and how to overcome them, to put in my journey into it, although I don't want it to be about me entirely, but I've obviously got some credibility when it comes to having fallen for or made all the mistakes that all successful traders have to go through. You don't find many successful traders saying, oh yeah, I just learned how to trade and I just followed my discipline, didn't make any errors of judgment and just stuck to the plan, and here I am, a millionaire. Nah, they've all made all the silly mistakes. You've got to go through that process, but it's easier if there is somebody to walk you out of it, because you can get in a rut and you can get stuck in the just in that repetitive behavior that humans somehow seem to find themselves in, making the same errors, telling themselves the same lies, and not able to get out of it. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's a weekend. It's £50 for an adult. This weekend, sorry, at the Royal Highland Show. £50 for an adult, and you get 3 kids free, 15 and under. So it's an idea if you want something to do with the kiddie winkles. Yeah. Actually, oh sorry, there's a little fly flying about here. I was actually planning to go to. That's not bad. It's not a bad price. I was actually looking to go to the beach on Saturday. It's looking like it's going to be 19 degrees and sunshine all day, and the beach is free. The Highland Show, I think the kids would, they appreciate the beach. They're getting a bit old for it, but bloody hell, they don't have. They take like proper spades now and dig like huge holes that are probably, if the council caught them, they'd be getting them locked up for health and safety breaches on the beach. A beach of the peace, maybe you could call that. But yeah, we're going to climb North Berwick Law maybe on Saturday, and then get down to the beach, get some seaside fish and chips. I'll sit in my seat and read Trading Turtles or whatever it is, and enjoy the sunshine. Alex said I'll try and promote the stream channel when I can. Brilliant. But yeah, this is good because it's real and actually realistic for 95% of traders. Yeah, 95% is probably about the unprofitable, inconsistent and non-lasting traders will be in the 95%. You've only got 5% that make it through and only 2% that are kind of smashing it, maybe less. Those are the kind of figures you're up against. So there's a lot to be done. I think the pre-recorded stuff will be good because I can get some editing in rather than me just rambling off the top of my head. Be more structured. I may do it on a separate channel and just keep streaming on this one. So I'm just looking at that just now. I've got a holiday coming up as of the end of next week, so I'm just going to possibly do a couple of live streams, just the two, when I'm out in Spain during July. Just a 2 a week, sorry. So we'll probably just do, you know, kind of Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that. Because I do want to keep trading. I do want to have a holiday, so it will just be a couple of days a week. And I'll use that time to plan the longer term live stream. Sorry, longer term channel. Okay, so we can see that is coming down. It's just broken the daily low. It's just creating a new daily low there. It's taken out that imbalance that we had here. So this is the point of reaction that we were talking about, that we're looking for. Is it going to react and reverse? It is just at after the half-past mark. That 30 minutes should show us that it's a confirmed move to the downside now. That has turned on the MACD certainly to the downside. Has it got the legs to keep going? We're already into oversold, although that's sitting at 30. How's that? Who's changed the settings on that? It'd probably be that fly is annoying me. So we'll change it back to 80, and you can even do 90 and 10. It's different for different assets. So not quite reaching the oversold, but get it more realistic levels. It's certainly turned on the 30. That ball is still flaring on the 15. I prefer if the hour would turn. Looks like it's still going to. But is it going to continue? We've still got this low here. It's pushing the daily low. What's the minute telling us? Minute's starting to base out, to be honest. But we did get the break of structure. So will it break a break of structure as we went lower than the previous low? 1 second. Certainly broken that structure there over an hour or so. There's not much in terms of structure in these. This kind of just almost like an algorithmic move up, like steps. We're getting a little bit more volatility in at least, but so we've broken the low of the day. It's not broken that structure. There's not much in terms of structure here. I suppose that could be the structure it's just broken. There's a little bit of a structure there. So, and that is the low of the day that was formed. So yeah, break of structure, where we'll get a retrace back to here and then a continuation down, allowing that hour to catch up. Right, so we're looking for reaction, potentially back up into here, back to what was the 23 in the retrace, which is now potentially resistance for it to bounce lower, and then target this 127. So let's see, we've broken the structure. Let's see if it gets the break and retest, the break and then the retest back to this gap or this imbalance, which is still sitting below the daily pivot. Yeah, I'm saying it's looking to the downside now. I'm quite happy with that. So that means my pound dollar long is should be exited. So I'll go back to managing that shortly. So we'll wait, and I've got an alert on here to see if the price comes back, and then that would be a nice entry point to take it lower and potentially, yeah, it's just a little bit far for today. It's just a little bit too much. We're not really going to get 57 pips, but there's nothing else in the way because of this volatility earlier, yesterday. It's not really giving us any great targets. The minute's still showing down. Yeah, I do seem to be in a bit of indecision these days, I've got to say. Sorry, that's the 15 minute. That's the 15 minute. Yeah, 15 minute, sorry, the 1 minute does seem to be showing us it wants to just turn up. Will we get back as far as this? Possibly, possibly not though. Get another alert in here, this imbalance. Any more imbalances in the 5 minutes? Back up here, back up to here, back up to this high, back up to the central pivot. So you could potentially look to place an order ahead of the price to continue down and get in these as areas where you would stage in. So we'll wait on this turning. If it comes back up to here, we'll get an order in the direction of the price, which is down. We'll get a stage down order here, here, and here, and then if it goes above here, we're probably looking to get out. If it goes back to the 50 could be the point to put our stop above to keep safe. But if it turns in that direction, then there's a lot of area here that needs or that's a good target as well. So I would say wait till 10 o'clock on this, and we'll see what it does. Let's have a look at UJ quickly. UJ's ranging as well. Obviously we've got the opposite price action on the FOMC last night. It's pretty tight. No, it's only 60 pips on there, so not much for UJ. The UJ just seems to be moving quite together with the dollar and the yen are kind of moving together, strength and momentum wise. Not seeing anything I'd like to really trade at the moment. So in the hour, we're down, but we're stalling as that green candle forms. It's bouncing to the upside, it's turning to the upside, it's holding to the upside, so looks like it's a turn to the upside. It's already kind of indicating that in the RSI. It's not quite crossed in the MACD, but give it till 10 o'clock and it's looking like it will, which would give us the confluence of the UJ heading in the opposite direction of EU. Which tells us something. So where would be our target? Not as high as R2, not as high as ADR, but looking in at R1 here. And probably even these highs would be place to go, but that's only 6-7 pips, so it's not looking like it once there's a previous high. Looking back a bit further, and it's already broken that. Further than that, yeah, it's already broken through those highs. So yeah, it's certainly to the upside. It's ahead. It's broken this structure here. It's heading up, but it's not got far to go, and it's not likely to want to go much further as even we look along here into this high, which is way weeks ago. Not quite reached those highs, but it's not far away. It's into the spikes of the candles back in a year ago. So not much room to the upside if it is going up. It has been fairly steady the last few weeks as it slowly rises. That's quite a significant trend line. You know, you've come from all this action here to several weeks since the beginning of May. Beginning of May, it's just kind of slowly rising, but it's reaching these all-time highs. And is it all-time highs? No, not all-time highs at all. But in recent memory, we'll get back to these highs here, as I say. Oh, that's 1990. That's a long time ago. Oh, there we go. Where's that? That's 1973. You know, in recent times. It's kind of all. It's highs in terms of recent movements, and it's the highs of here. That's the highs we're talking about. 2024. It's not been that high, and before that it's been back to 1990 since it was last kind of at this level. But we can see there is a level here, and these levels, even though they're in way 35 longer, 36 years ago, they still hold water now, and that's why we're getting this reaction here. Psychological level, of course, of the 160 as well. Are we at 160 yet? No, the price is at below it, just at where are we on price? Yeah, we're just at the just over the 160. So we're at that psychological level. See the kind of wedge forming here. There's that flag wedge, descending wedge, ascending wedge. Okay, that's Alex is saying, I'm going to head, but it was nice to watch. Enjoy your day on the beach on Saturday. Yeah, cheers, Alex. Enjoy your. Hope you get nice weather at the Highland Show. Looks like it could get a sprinkle of rain today looking out the window, but I'm sure it'll brighten up and not be too bad. It is approaching the solstice this weekend, so it's only downhill from here as we head into the winter again. Peak of summer coming up in 2 days, or a few days here in Scotland. Right, I'll catch you later, Alex. I am going to head off myself as well. I'm going to go back and look at this pound-dollar trade and see how I'm going to get out of it. Thanks everyone else for joining us this morning. I'll catch you on the next one, which will be one day next week. I think Tuesday, Wednesday. I've not got them scheduled yet, but Tuesday, Wednesday will darker days ahead. Tuesday, Wednesday we will be back, and then I'm on holiday, and I'll need to decide on what equipment can be taken on holiday with me. I might just have a holiday, to be honest, and take my 3 weeks off. I'll need to decide. I'll need to see if this. I'm reluctant to take the laptop with me because this is all done on a laptop, so I'm reluctant to take it and put it at risk as I transfer it around. And it is a big one. It's a big one as well, so it probably doesn't fit in my current laptop cabin bag. I'll need to see, because I want to keep it with me. Don't want to put it in the hold. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to pack over this weekend, so I'll let you guys know, and I'll come to a decision on Tuesday when I see you next. So see you on Tuesday, 7 a.m. I will do the same again, just a 7 a.m. start and a 9 a.m. start. We'll do that Tuesday, Wednesday next week. And happy trading. Remember, holiday tomorrow, so don't get too ambitious today with your trades, and we'll catch up with you next week. Bye now.